My name is Michael Franklin. I am the founder of preparingforgrievanceday.com along with Michael DeRosa. Today I'm going to review the website and familiarize you with the work that we do. Under the tab, you can click on Representatives tab, and you can see the profile for both myself and for Michael DeRosa and what it is that we do. We help people challenge their property taxes, both in SCAR level hearings and also at the Board of Assessment Review. There's a number of ways that I can assist people in garnering reductions of their assessment, and we view those in this page. The first step is to establish whether or not you're fairly assessed. If you are fairly assessed, it doesn't make any sense to spend time trying to secure a reduction. The objective is to have everybody pay their fair share. So it's important to do a unbiased valuation of your property to be sure that that you're being objective. If you are convinced that you are overassessed, then the next step would be to speak to the assessor and see if there's you provide them some data, and if it makes sense to them. Sometimes it just takes a short phone call. If that doesn't work, you need to go before the Board of Assessment Review, and we can either participate in the Board of Assessment Review with you, or we can simply coach you as to how to approach it. If you are denied at the Board of Assessment Review level, then you can either go to Supreme Court with an Article 7, or you can go to the Small Claims Assessment Review process. And the Small Claim Assessment Review officer, it'll be you, the assessor, and the hearing officer. And the hearing officer will hear both sides and make a decision. And the problem with the Small Claims Assessment Review is it has very limited appeal possibilities. You can only appeal, technical issues of the law, not the valuation itself. So if there's a lot of money involved, you probably want to go to an Article 7 and the Supreme Court. It doesn't make economic sense, over a $50,000 or $100,000 valuation difference to go to Supreme Court. So the county level, it's $30, and if you win, you get your $30 back. If you lose your $30. It's not that big of a deal, and the process isn't that complicated. And if you have your data in order, you have a good chance of winning. And if you do, if you do lose, you can file an Article 78, but you need a lawyer and so on and so forth. But anyway, those are the various ways that we can help you. The rest of the website talks about we have court decisions and examples of different cases. There's some interesting stuff there, and then we have links to different information that will help you, where you can get the forms and things that are necessary. A lot of interesting stuff to peruse there. We have a glossary of terms that may help you understand all the technical terminology that's used in this process. We have some sample documents for you here in PDF format for various reasons. And the Winning Grievance tab gives you some examples of stories where I have assisted people in getting their assessments reduced. So far, I've been able to garner reductions in 16 out of 17 cases that I've been involved with. And these are basically stories of how it transpired. And there's some pretty interesting reading there. And again, the representative tabs describes what it is that we do. So I'll give you a little little insight into my background. I am a licensed New York State real estate broker with approximately 15 years of experience in marketing unique properties. And in the course of marketing unique properties, you have to value them. And I've gone through many marketing, so I see where properties are assessed and where they're appraised and where they're listed and where they sell. So, and this is many counties across the state. And also, I have a technical background. I was a computer consultant for 20 years, a lot of which was involved in assisting assessors, appraisers, insurance agents, companies, and lawyers in the automation of their processes. And so that gives me a good background for doing, internet research and utilizing the web for evaluation purposes. Currently, I'm a small claims assessment review hearing officer for the Fifth Judicial of New York, which includes Onondaga County, Oswego County, Herkimer County, Oneida, Lewis, and Jefferson counties. I'm not certain if I missed one, but that should be just about it. But anyway, I hear small claims assessment review cases, and I'm qualified to do that. Went through the review process with the Fifth Judicial District, and they deemed me as being qualified to hear these cases. So, I have quite a bit of experience. Just so you know, small claims hearing officers are typically either an attorney, a broker, a former assessor, or an appraiser, and I was deemed qualified due to my experiences with valuation as a broker. Sometimes attorneys perform this function. Attorneys are much more qualified when it comes to procedure and the law. They may be less qualified when it comes to actual valuation. Whereas a broker will be more qualified in valuation, but less qualified when it comes to procedure and the law. And just common sense. But our job as a hearing officer is to do our best to establish equitable distribution of the tax burden, and it's just an informal process that allows people to challenge their taxes, inexpensively, for all, and it's a pretty good process. It's not perfect, but it provides a bit of a check and balance on assessors and the Board of Assessment Review, and it's just most of the hearing officers are going to do their best. They work for the state. They don't work for the county. They don't work for the town. They aren't involved in hopefully if they have any kind of conflict, they will recuse themselves. But generally, you should be able to get a fair hearing from a small claims assessment review hearing officer, from my perspective. But again, preparing for grievanceday.com, a lot of good materials to help you, evaluate whether or not your property assessment is overassessed. And on the front page, it's got a flow chart to show you how the process works. And also, you can always just give me a call, 315-876-2262, and I'd be happy to review your case and see what it is that I can do for you. Again, preparing for grievanceday.com.